Look closely at this fragment of weathered parchment, drafted in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral. It shouldn't exist, yet it holds details that challenge our entire understanding of human history. How did a medieval cartographer map a continent that wouldn't officially be discovered for centuries? In the heart of Istanbul, tucked away in the dusty archives of the Topkapi Palace, a discovery was made in 1929. A gazelle-skin map drawn by Piri Reis revealed the meticulously detailed coastlines of the Atlantic. But it wasn't just the accuracy of the American Ocean that stunned modern historians. It was what lay at the very bottom of the parchment, a continuous landmass stretching across the south, perfectly mirroring a frozen world. According to modern geology, this region has been buried under miles of ice for millennia, yet here it is, drawn with striking precision, long before the age of satellites. Piri Reis was not just an ordinary sailor, he was a master strategist of the Mediterranean. In his own footnotes, he admits he didn't sail to these distant shores himself. Instead, he compiled his masterpiece from 20 different ancient source maps. Among these sources were charts from the Ptolemaic era, saved from the Library of Alexandria, and secret maps confiscated by Christopher Columbus during a naval battle. This implies that a highly advanced geographic knowledge was circulating in the ancient world. If these source maps existed, who drew them and how did they navigate the globe? Mainstream history tells us that global exploration truly began in the late 15th century, but the precise longitudes on this parchment suggest a mathematical accuracy that required hidden instruments. Some scholars argue the southern landmass is just a distorted view of South America. They believe the artist simply ran out of space on the gazelle-skin. Yet when we superimpose the map onto modern projections, the alignment is eerie. It matches the view of the Earth as seen from directly above the equator. Every mountain range, every river mouth, and every island serves a geopolitical purpose. The Ottoman Empire was fighting for dominance over the lucrative trade routes of the East. Knowing what lay beyond the horizons meant controlling the flow of global wealth. Piri Reis compiled this information to give his sultan an unprecedented edge over Western rivals. But the map also reveals an intricate web of older, forgotten journeys.
It hints at an era where seafaring civilizations mapped the planet before written history. Could a devastating global cataclysm have erased these early navigators from our memory? Or did ancient mariners possess a level of technological sophistication we refuse to credit them with? Every line inked on this parchment tells a story of survival, espionage, and lost science. The ink contains traces of minerals that trace back to secret medieval workshops. As modern technology uncovers the land hidden beneath the polar ice caps, the lines make sense. We are forced to ask ourselves if we are truly the first advanced civilization here. The answers might be locked away in the charts that mainstream history dismissed as myths. Think about the mathematical knowledge required to calculate the spherical coordinates of the Atlantic. This wasn't guesswork, it was a calculated layout of global geography. The grid lines intersect at points that align with ancient geometric alignments. Cartographers of the past were passing down a secret torch of global measurements. Piri Reis was the final guardian of this ancient cartographic lineage. His tragic execution years later left many of his source files scattered to the winds. What remained on this single piece of gazelle skin is a message across time, a warning that history is not as linear as our textbooks claim. The coastlines of Brazil are mapped with accurate rivers that weren't explored by Europeans yet. The mouth of the Amazon River is drawn exactly where it meets the ocean currents. Even the small islands of the Caribbean are positioned with tactical naval precision. This suggests that someone had systematically surveyed the New World long before Columbus. The map acts as a mirror, reflecting a forgotten age of global maritime travel. Every time we look at the margins, new details of lost navigation emerge. We are just beginning to decode the secrets hidden in the admiral's handwriting. The true scope of human discovery remains shrouded in this brilliant medieval mystery. Our past is still waiting to be rewritten by the lines of this single map. The final secret of Piri Reis is still out there, waiting in the shadows of history.
Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Global History Agenda to continue exploring the hidden secrets of the past.